Few singers from Houston have risen as far as Yolanda Adams. She's sold more than 4 million albums, was named Gospel Artist of the Decade by Billboard magazine, and has a radio show that's heard in 39 markets. Our Doug Miller recently sat down with Adams, and he learned she credits her success to one very famous friend.
Ask anybody who is friends with Whitney Houston. They'll tell you about her megawatt smile, her runway model beauty. But more than anything else, they'll talk about that show-stopping voice.
What I looked at when I heard her and saw her perform was, man, that is so phenomenal. Wow.
Yolanda Adams, the Grammy-winning gospel singer from Houston, looked, listened, and learned from the first moment she and Whitney Houston met as teenagers in New York.
I was just in awe. I'm like, oh my God, she's so wonderful. She's so sweet. Oh man, we kind of look alike.
Like her friend Yolanda, Whitney first found her voice in gospel music. And like her friend Yolanda, Whitney was a statuesque model.
Of course, you know, you couldn't beat her wearing a gown. Oh my God, this girl could wear gowns and just make you cry. It's like, oh my God, who made that?
But more than anything else, Whitney Houston influenced a generation of American vocalists, even changing the way they interpreted the national anthem. As the world watched Whitney, other singers listened and they studied. Because
the normal person would descend. Instead, she kept rising and rising and rising, you know, vocally and powerfully. You know, the timbre and the tone of her voice was always so great. So those are the things that you look at to say, how can I incorporate that in what I do?
Hollywood incorporated her into cinema. She recorded the best-selling soundtrack in music history. She became a movie star, and yet...
I think of the music. I think of her legacy. That's what I think of when I think of Whitney.
I believe the children. And that is what survives, the ongoing influence of a spectacular American voice. Doug Miller, KHOU 11 News.
Amazing voice. Adams says Whitney Houston was incredibly generous to all kinds of needy people and worthy causes, but many of those people never knew where the gifts were coming from, since Whitney insisted on keeping her generosity a secret.
And Yolanda's right. They do look alike.
They do.
Both gorgeous.
Beautiful.